Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today? It is Thursday today and fog. I've seen fog before over the years, but this last month in our neck of the woods here in Southern Ontario, Canada, the fog has been so bad that the advisory this morning was zero visibility. And I must say, on my way to the gym this morning, it was dark and there's some dumbasses out there driving with no lights on. Pius called me from his big rig, and he just said there's cars all over the place with no lights on. I mean, it's insane. He's got like 36 tons of flour and the trailer and the truck. That comes at you from nowhere. You're shitting your pants. I'm just saying. You're going to be a little stain on the highway. But anyway, so that's our weather woes here today. Hopefully you have better weather wherever you are. It's not crazy cold, but it's just damp. It's a real UK day today, a real British day. Anyway, today's bag. I very much appreciate bags that have a two-tone appearance. And even more so when a bag is a little reminiscent of my favorite Louis Vuitton. So this bag is, maybe I'm making a stretch, but it just has a little Louis Vuitton-esque look about it. So the brand is Kenzia. Now, there is actually some like Oriental script or something on there, but the bags are made in Italy. So I'm not sure what that's all about. There is a zippered pocket on both sides on the outside. And then there are two zippered interior pockets. Very small foam pouch, which is dating this kind of late 90s, early 2000s. Another slip pocket. And then another zippered pocket on this compartment. Now, every compartment, with the exception of the two slip pockets, has zippers. And I just love a bag that has a leather lined zipper. Just extra quality. The lining is all branded Kenzia. The pull tags or the zipper pulls have a K, brass tone with a K. Just quality, quality, quality. I just really like this bag. It's very easy to wear. Probably a little bit of a daily driver. Nice gusset on the bottom. So you've got a very dark brown coated canvas with like a lighter brown stencil. You've got this beautiful, beautiful soft leather trim. And then you've got a darker, more mahogany or old antique brown trim here. So there's a lot going on. White stitching. Love the brass toned hardware. It's just a great bag. Very structured. Very kind of in keeping with what's going on trend-wise at the moment. I think we kind of have Kate Spade to thank for that. Very structured. I think I shared with you quite a while ago that Kate Spade, not anymore, used to be owned by Liz Claiborne's consortium of businesses. So a lot of Kate Spade and Liz Claiborne are very similar in style, if not exactly the same purse, just a different color palette. I remember I had a color blocked Kate Spade bag, and I also had the exact same bag in Liz Claiborne's similar coated canvas with the little triangles on it. So, I mean, all these bags are very similar. They all come from the same kind of think tank. They just get revamped yearly or annually or seasonally, whichever works. So a lot of these bags on Etsy already. Very different price points. I've seen them in the UK for $13 or £13. And then I've seen them online on Etsy for 70 and up. So this is kind of on the lower end of that $70 mark, but it is in pristine condition. I've listed it out as an 8 out of 10, but actually it's probably more like a 9 out of 10. It's just beautiful. I really like it, and it's nice and light, which will please some of you out there. So that is today's bag. It has been listed. And that is about it. Jim has been and gone, had a real sweaty workout this morning. It is my son's birthday today, so not that he watches my videos, but Harry is 25 today. This time 25 years ago, I did not know what had hit me. I had a very rough delivery with Harry, ending up in an emergency C-section. And yeah, didn't know what the heck had hit me. As I had said, I was ripped from this way to this way and this way to this way. And oh my good Lord, having a baby was never on my radar. And then, you know, this little man came into my life, and I'll never forget the day. It was in the UK. I had Harry in Birmingham, England, and their policies for visitation is very different to what we enjoy here in Canada, and probably even more so in the US. Visiting hours were visiting hours. So I had this little boy at, I'm going to say like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I'd been like pushing for 2 days, and finally he was in distress. So emergency C-section. And, you know, visiting hours were over at 8 p.m. and my kid's father had to go home. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So they took Harry from me because I was trying to breastfeed. Nobody else was. I think most of the moms in the room that I was in were all 16 years old. So they were like, screw that. We're going to bottle feed, because they wanted to get some sleep. But this martyr wanted to try and breastfeed, and it was not working out. So the nurses took him from me for the night. And I'll never forget, I woke up in the middle of the night and I phoned my then husband just in tears, because I just was so overwhelmed. I was by myself in, you know, kind of a ward with people I didn't know. And I went for a walk. Now, bearing in mind, I had an episiotomy and C-section. I got out of bed somehow, and I was walking up the ward hallway to the nurse's station. And I noticed this nurse sitting with a little baby on her knee. She had her hands under his chin, or its chin. I didn't know it was a boy or girl at that point, rubbing their back. Obviously had just fed him whatever, or her. And I walked up. I had a teal velour house coat on that my best friend in grade 7's mom had made me. And I noticed it was my child. And in that moment, I will never forget it my whole life. It was just like, oh my God, that's my baby. That's my baby. And I never really looked back. It has not always been an easy ride, which for most of us moms, it isn't. And especially for someone who never wanted to have a family, I never planned to have a family, was not part of what I wanted for my life. But in that moment, it was like, you know, my world changed, which obviously it did. But yeah, it was this little baby. I didn't know it was my baby. And then I knew it was my baby. And it was just, I'm going to get all emotional here. But it was just the most amazing thing. And I was 29. Harry was born November 24th. And in the February, I was turning 30. So I was a late bloomer. And, you know, we've had our ups and downs. And it's just wonderful to see him starting to thrive. Poor kid. He was just about to launch himself and then COVID hit. So he's really had a bit of a struggle getting kind of back motivated for life, as a lot of kids are these days. So anyway, just my day, and I'm going to be taking him out for dinner this evening, picking him up from work at 5 o'clock. He just sent me a message. I just read it, and it'll just be Harry and I. So that'll be nice. Pius is working till God knows when today, 10 maybe tonight, I'm not sure. So he's got a very busy day. So yeah, that is it for me today. Tomorrow, well, Friday, tomorrow, out with my clients. So hopefully I'll get a moment to speak to you in the morning. My show was amazing yesterday. My goodness me. It was great to be out and about. And I had a really good day, which I very much needed. I really did need it. And a little bit of momentum to kind of see me through the rest of the shows that I'm going to be having. One on Saturday, and then I've got maybe 4 next month. So it's all good. So have a great day, everybody. Hope you're having a good one, or will have a good one. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.